Hi TV fam, it's Adia Rossini here, and today, we're going live. Hi everyone, waiting for everyone to join. Hi friends. Hi guys, it is Tuesday, just in case you didn't know what day it was. And we have just launched our Easter egg hunt on the website, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we have one of the most powerful, inspirational leaders in, leader is a leader no matter if you're male or female. So number one, we got to get that straight. Now, number two, you have to navigate your life being a female entrepreneur or a female leader or a female anything. So if you guys want to ask questions, we are going to be interviewing Elena Cardone, who is a best-selling author, a mother, a wife, and an overall badass. I have some really important questions that I have added here, but I want you guys to be really, really interactive and ask us questions below because Elena is absolutely incredible. And we're going to be talking about how to shift your mindset from a positive to a negative one, how to really navigate this uncertain times in business. And if there's any aspiring female business owners here in this live, then she's going to be touching on that as well. So I'm going to be waiting for Elena to request me. Hi guys. Guys, if you have seen our Easter egg hunt today, I want you to raise your hand below. Our Easter egg hunt, hi Jaquel Pierce, hi. She ordered the mask and scrub, that's so great. We launched our Easter egg hunt today and we've never done it before. And there's basically 10 hidden deals on the website that you guys can go find. And they're like buy one, get one frees, half off, free products. And you just have to go find, raise your hand if you got the Easter eggs, yay. It's very exciting. And if you guys like it, then we'll do it for like Black Friday and 12 days of Christmas and those kinds of things, which I'm really excited about. Hi, and if you can drop below where you are coming into our live from, I want to know what state or country you are joining from. So if you guys can leave that below, I kind of want to see where in the world our peoples in the live are joining from. So I want to see. You can all add them in below. All right, here we go, guys. Elena. I'm requesting her now. Let's see if she picks up. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Elena?
I'm awesome. So good to see you here.
Good to see you too. I mean, what has it been, like a year since I was in Aventura on your show, Women in Power?
Oh, wow. I can't believe that.
Was it that long ago? It was that long ago, wasn't it?
It doesn't feel that long ago, although every day feels like that now.
For real, for real. How are you holding up over there?
We're good. We're in Miami, and every day Bobby and I make it out once a day and we walk this loop. So we do about an 8-mile walk and that's it for the day. That's us getting out.
It's crazy because you have such a built schedule, and I know from speaking to your assistant how stacked you usually are. So has this been crazy to go from events and go from like being out talking to people and now to being in your home?
It is very different. We were supposed to be on the road right now until May 31st.
Wow.
So I wasn't even supposed to be in Miami for another couple of months. So everything kind of just got canceled and rearranged, rescheduled. So we're home. It's interesting because I wanted to write 2 more books, and I kind of need something like this in a weird kind of a way to get me to stay put and focus. So I've used this time to write, and I'm almost done with my first one, the men's.
Wow. Wow, girl. I can't wait to read that. I'll give it to my husband.
I can't wait to give it to mine.
Let's see what Grant has to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, read this book.
This?
I love that. So I have a couple of questions for you. You know, when things are going on like this, And the mentality of the world is so dark and so gloomy because there are people that, you know, are lucky enough to be able to work from home. Like I am so blessed because and I'm not, there's two aspects. There's financially, and then there's actually working. And for example, we have a friend in Miami. He owns 7 restaurants. All of his restaurants are closed. He had to lay off 300 people in one day. And there's the financial aspect of that, the fact that he's hurting from that. But there's also the fact that he's bored all day. He loves spending time with his children, with his wife, with his family. But there's, as someone who's productive and likes to get stuff done, people are going stir crazy. Like people are going stir crazy. So how do you navigate this if you are, whether you're working from home or you're working at half salary or half hours, or you lost your job? Like, what do you do during this time? You can work on your book. I have stuff to do because I have an e-commerce brand, but we need to give some advice to people that are in a little bit of a different scenario than us.
Well, you know, I heard Grant do a webinar recently, and what he was saying was really kind of what the truth is like you need to go into acceptance right now. Like stop being in denial, like acceptance of where you're at. And like pretty much it started off pretty, like I was like, wow, Grant, that's hardcore, you know, like what are you trying to say here? But he's right. And now is the time to just go into acceptance. And life kind of pre this is definitely different, and it's changed, and it's the time for you to look at what you can do. Maybe some people are changing industries, maybe some people are working, like you said, for less and same hours, but it's just what we have to do right now to get on the other side of this.
I absolutely agree. And something that you said right there at the end is it's just what we have to do right now. I think that a lot of people aren't used to being put in hardship with no other choice. And I will remember when I was in the Army, I remember sitting guard duty with my M16 on some random like sand hill. And I'm like, what am I? It's like 2 a.m. I'm like, what am I doing here? I don't want to be here, but I have no choice. Right. You do what you're told. You're a soldier, and you go and you do what you're told, even when it's tough and even when it's hard. And that's what people are going through right now. Like the government and the world is saying, stay home. That's it. You need to stop. We need to take care of the health of others, and we need to do this. And people they're being forced, and it's not on their own volition. They didn't decide this. So I agree with you completely what you say about acceptance.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, people, especially in this country, aren't used to being uncomfortable. And you know, we're just very uncomfortable right now, and it will probably get a lot more uncomfortable. And people have choices right now, and your choices are, you can have the little pity parties with all the other little groups that are on social media that need to cry it out and feel sorry for yourself, or you can just go straight into acceptance. And to your analogy, we are in a war right now. And in a war, if the house was burning down, you're not going to go sit in a corner and cry about it. You're going to put the fire out, because that's what you have to do. And so right now, this is what we have to do. We have to be uncomfortable for who knows how long, and we have to put out the fire, and then we have to figure out how to rebuild, and we have to figure out how to fortify with our partners, our family, restructure going forward, how to use this time to not wallow and think you're on a vacation, but how do you use this time to self-improve, self-enhance, become stronger, be the leader, be the beacon of hope and inspiration that others can look toward at this time? How can you be the calmness in your home when it gets full of anxiety and stress and, you know, all those moments that come? How can you take it upon yourself to be the leader and say, you know what, I'm going to be the calming force in this family so we can get through this together, being uncomfortable?
Wow. I mean, everything that you just said right there it's a lot to take in for anyone. Like, you need to completely change your mindset in order to become calm in a world of anxiety. Like, that's right. to be a stable, calm person in your household is hard. It's easier to just agree with, let's say your parents are all stressed out, or your kids are stressed out, or your partner is stressed out. you know, the world is stressed. Can you give us some tips on how do you actually achieve that? Because you can say it, but we need to give people some actual real tips. How do you become that calm force in your home?
Well, it's I decide to be in power. And power is the ability or the capacity to influence the behavior of others. When you look up certain words like power, that impinges on me. Power, what is power? How do I possess power? The thing I love about that word is it doesn't say you have to have $1 billion. It doesn't say you have to run a corporation. It says power, the capacity or ability to influence the behavior of others. So
Wow.
if you consistently on a daily basis make your kids smile, you are in power. If you can make a decision to be the calming force for your parents who are worried and stressed out, and you can influence the course of their behavior so that by the time that they're done with a conversation with you, they are no longer panicking, but they are calm and can be prepared instead of panic, then you are in power. And the more you can do that to the people around you by a decision to be in power, to influence the behavior of others. If you can think with that and be willing to take on that responsibility on a daily basis, then you have and possess power. You are powerful, and you become more and more powerful on the bigger and bigger and bigger scale that you can do. And so I'm using this time, you want to know what I'm doing with tools I'm doing. I'm using discipline every single day to make myself do things and be in control of what I can be in control of. I walk my 8 miles a day. I drink my water every day. I take my vitamins. I'm trying to boost my immune system. Everyone's talking about cleanliness and this and this and this, but the people who are being impacted by this virus are people with weak immune systems, but
Right.
Yet nobody's coming out and saying, how can you boost your immune system? Well, how can I make myself stronger for others? I can be more healthy. That's what I'm doing. You do little things consistently over a long period of time, and what do you have? You eventually have power and confidence in yourself. You have confidence to know that when you say you're going to do something, you do it. I'm doing that now because I know who I became from the last economic collapse in 2008, and I've been preparing for this moment since then.
Because you remember.
I remember.
You remember.
I've been preparing. I've been disciplined. So I'll tell you what you won't see me doing right now. You will not see me do one drug. You'll never have seen me do a drug since December 31st, 1999. But you will not see me drink a drop of alcohol. You will not see me loafing. I mean, if I want to diffuse and watch my Netflix Tiger King, I allowed myself that one luxury, because I'm not saying to take everything so seriously right now. I do believe you have to laugh and find moments of humor. Unfortunately, while Grant and Sabrina have to be away from me right now, but fortunately for me right now, I have my best friend Bobby staying with me, and we laugh all the time. And you need that to release the pressures that build up. So I'm not saying don't enjoy life, but you won't see me loafing right now, because I am determined to get on the other side of this even more powerful and more strong and more determined. And I look at myself like my future self, who I want to become, and I want to become that person to help lift me out of this right now.
Yeah, and you want to be able to tell others what you did during this time and how you made lemonade of this situation. Like, I'm thinking lemonade all day. Like, that's where my head is at. But way earlier, you said about power to influence others, right? And I think that that's so important that we touch on that. Is what is the difference of influencing rather than being influenced, right? Because one is a take control action that you can. It just blew me away what you said, because someone can be influential and they don't need to own a company, and they don't need all of these things that social media or PR tells you that you need. You don't need to have any sort of status. You can, in your marriage, be the influential person in your marriage, or in your family, or in your group of friends. You want to be that person that people ask questions, because they're like, well, Elena's the influential person in my life. And you do that when you're calm. So it blew me away. I think that it's so important that people take matters into their own hands and start just be influential to your friends, to your family. And I think that's very powerful what you said.
Thank you.
Love you, girl. So this is a different question. I just had a personal curiosity. You just did your 10X event in Las Vegas right before this all happened. So thank God, thank God, wow, girl. Like,
That
good
was the
timing
last
on that.
one. That was the last one. If we would have waited 1 week, I don't think it would have happened.
That is some insane, goodness right there.
Right? And then 2 weeks later, Vegas was shut down.
Mm-hmm. So don't you have an event for your women, your 10X ladies event? I think it's in June we talked about, or yes, July?
June 6th and June 7th right now. If all goes well, it won't have to be postponed.
Yep.
Yeah, my Build an Empire Mastermind.
Right.
So.
Well, I just, you don't have any other events set up, but my question, which is a little bit more of a business related question, is has this had an effect on you to change your mindset on the future type of events, like holding more virtual events rather than in-person events? Because you guys put a lot of energy toward the events that you put on. I mean, the amount of money, time, effective management that it takes to put on an event like 10X. Has this sparked any innovation for you and your team to do more things that more virtually? Or are you like, no, we need to keep doing these in-person events? This is just a personal business question. I'm dying to know.
On a personal note, Grant does multiple webinars throughout the year. And to be completely honest, those are extremely profitable for us. He goes 1 mile away and comes right back. There's no travel. There's no, spending money flying places. So will there be more of that? I don't know, but we'll never stop the growth cons, because there's also the touch and being connected to people. It's something that both he and I still crave and want. And I assume that's going to be on the other side of this, assuming that everything, is well out in the world. But so no, we're not stopping. For me, I might do more of that on my own anyway, just because that's where I'm going anyway.
The virtual?
I just recently launched Build an Empire online course. I have 75 segments there. Wow. I'm already doing my 10X Ladies Network call. That's every Wednesdays at 6. That might go into something else. I'm doing a Facebook group specifically to my mastermind group of ladies. So it's organically just going to come more from me anyway, but also the other stuff isn't going to stop, because I like that engagement. I like being able to see our friends, family, fans one-on-one and hear the stories and have the interaction. It's just different, even though it might not be as profitable.
Wow. And, I think that the way that you and Grant have set up your businesses is so smart, because you're diversifying. You have in-person events, you have online webinars, you have courses. So if one area dips, like in-person events, for example, you can scale the other areas of your business because your business is so diversified. So I think that creates an amazing amount of stability for you, because you're like, okay, this area is no longer happening for the next 3 months. We're going to put all of our horsepower behind these ones over here.
That's right.
So I think that's genius. I mean, from a personal note, Teamy, we sell products. We sell natural wellness and natural beauty products.
Perfect for right now.
It's so perfect. I have to tell you that, we are so blessed. I have had to lay off 0 individuals. And I'm so proud of that. We are really blessed.
That is something to brag about. That is awesome.
Yeah. We're super blessed. However, this did spark some innovation for me personally, as the only thing that we have in our business is physical product. We don't have any services. So it's giving me ideas for the next year, whether it's, more ebooks, more courses, something that is not product related, because the products are doing great right now. But how do I also stabilize, the fans and the customers of Teeny? If the economy goes down, they have no money to buy products, then what else can they get?
Right.
So That was just on a
I
personal
love
note.
the idea, and I don't know why no one's putting out a little workbook on how to build up your immune system. I mean,
I'm working on
that's
it,
what,
girl.
good. We'll get that out, because I don't need a video to show me how to wash my hands. I need a video to walk me through the steps of how can I make my immune system stronger. So if
Yeah.
this to relapse in the fall, then my immune system's built up and ready for it.
Well, you know, just to give you some information right now, since you're talking about it, there is no one thing that you should do to boost your immune system. It's kind of like you can't lose 100 pounds in a day, right? It's
right.
like what you said earlier. It's small, consistent actions. So exercise, drinking. I always say half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. Again, half a gallon to a gallon, just drink water. Okay.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's eating real fruits and real vegetables, like live ones that are fresh, that are not cooked, because fruits and vegetables have the highest amount of vital nutrients when they're fresh and there's nothing has been done to them. So consuming raw fruits and veggies is huge. And then consuming things that have natural herbal medicinal properties like mushrooms, huge thing, ginger, superfood greens, like these are the things that can help, I would say, instead of boost, help support your immunity long term. But you can't just do it for 30 days and then stop doing it. It is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice that you have to do for long periods of time. I hope that gave some information.
That's like really, that would be something you could do, and then you can move on. But that's something you could do, like even if you just did like 10 tips or 5 tips of what you can do right now.
Yeah.
Even though I know you want long term, and maybe half of them will stay on long term. But even for right now, for all the people who feel like they're just being made to do something, like you being made to sit on that hill in the sand and you don't want to be there, for all the people that feel like they can't do anything or they're out of control your immune system right now. Do what Addie's telling you. How do you investigate new healthy drinks like the ginger and eat the fresh vegetable, make yourself do those things, or take more vitamin C, or I don't know, I'm not the expert, but I'm just saying, like,
Absolutely.
that is something people can do rather than stay at home drinking a bottle of wine saying, when's everything going to open up,
Yeah, totally. I mean,
or eating a bunch of sugar, which I love sugar, don't get me wrong, but I know that's not good for your immune system. Even I know that,
Right. No, absolutely. And you know what, Elena, I'm going to make that video and then I'll tag you in it, and I'll make that video.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make that video. I just wrote it down. So I'm going to, how to control your immune system. I will make that video and I will tag you into it because you inspired me. Okay. So my next question is, we touched on a lot of these questions that I had, but I do know that people want to hear your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs. How do you use this time to get ahead, or what I'd like to say entrepreneurs, but I'd also like to include executives in that bubble, because I think that executives and entrepreneurs have very similar qualities, because they're people that are willing to do whatever it takes and to work hard and to manage other people to boost the business. Executives usually have a team member approach, which is why I love executives so much. But what should you be doing during this time to get ahead, like you're getting ahead with your book?
I'm so sorry. On my end, I have a bad thing that you clicked out in 1 second, so I missed the question. How do people get ahead?
What should they be doing right now to, it's easy to stay productive, work on yourself, but those are very general statements.
Well, I mean, how do you get ahead? Well, I don't know what everyone's market is, but how can you leverage that? How can you read more books? How can you learn how to take advantage of taxes right now? How do you find out what's the, I mean, like for you, is there something you can learn about health? Is there, that's what I'm doing. So right now I'm looking at, I've done like a whole slew of finance courses. I just did 4 finance courses. I'm writing a book. I'm trying to educate myself. I'm using this time to learn Spanish. I eventually want to open up to the Spanish market down the line.
Yes, girl. Yes.
So, you know, that's what I'm doing. People just have to be able to be creative and learn something and self-educate and figure out other creative ways of doing things right now. Like, rather than just exercise and taking care of yourself, that's good. That's personal care. That's amazing. But if you're talking about entrepreneur type stuff, how to become an asset in your field. How do you become an expert? Do you need to be making those videos? Do you need to be putting out courses? Do you need to be joining other people's lives and chiming in and building a base? What if you can't promote your product right now because you can't promote, like the nail lady? This is what I'm dealing with. The nail lady can't open her salon right now.
So what should the nail lady do?
That's what I'm saying. The nail lady, even if she's not going to go on and do nail videos, which would be great, do nail videos. Tell me how to
take it off.
Gel nail stuff off when I don't have the acetone. Do I have to go get the acetone? Is there a dip I can do that puts this and evens it out? I don't know. I'm not like a traditional girl, and I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do it either. I like picked them off. I picked off my gel. Girl, I know. I don't know what to do.
I know. Okay, so she can either be putting out these videos, and if everything isn't going to be a video, she's got to get herself known to me. It's best known product. It's not best product that wins. I learned, I'm quoting Grant there. It's best. So if she's using this time to every day get on her lives or start like a group of girls, some sort of chat or something, or she's posting just herself on funny things that she's doing in her quarantine time, whatever. She just needs to be putting out content so that all of a sudden I go, that's that nail girl. That's that nail girl. And so when it does open it up, I'm like, okay, yeah, let me either buy her products or go to the nail salon when it opens. You know, she's got to be, even if she can't be promoting nails, she has to be promoting herself. So she's known to me. So when the doors do open, I think of her first to go to her for her product.
Yep. I think that that's super genius, because even for us, you know, we are stabilizing ourselves, you know, the Teeny brand as an area for people to go to ask questions during this time, because we're doing lives with you. We're doing lives 4 days out of the week, 4 or 5 days out of the week. I wasn't doing lives before this thing happened. And I was like, holy shit, I need to be doing Instagram lives. I need to be interviewing people that will be helping our community, because our community here on Instagram, my customers, they are not vegans. They're not nutritionists. They are regular people that maybe were raised eating McDonald's, drinking Coca-Cola. They need the basics. Like, I am speaking to the real Americans, you know? Yeah, like, you know, I'm not trying to get everybody to become a health guru. That is not the point of Teeny. The point of Teeny is to provide good products with education behind them that make it easy to understand. I feel like the whole nutrition and even beauty world, so many words that I'm like, I don't even know what that means. You know, it's all like chemistry and it's crazy. So yeah, I definitely have felt the push to serve my community more through this time. And also, super important, how am I going to sustain that after this is all over? Because then all the rush will be down. And I'm telling you that people will stop going IG live after this because it's not cool anymore, or people aren't doing it. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing it, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, it's a good time to help others. Do you agree?
For sure. For sure. And that's a good way to get the attention out of the anxiety in your own head. You know, whenever you can turn it around and focus on outside or outward or helping somebody else or giving more, you're just, yes, you're doing a good thing for someone else, but you are also doing something very beneficial to yourself. Yeah. And being able to turn your attention from on you to on something else or someone else and helping somebody else.
Yeah, I think that's extremely powerful when you help others, because then you don't feel that you suddenly feel powerful. like you can do something, to make someone's day better. The last section of the conversation that I wanted to ask you about was being a mother right now. I honestly feel that mothers got it. I know that there's the Business Act and all the businesses that had to close. It hurts my heart as a business owner in my blood. I just have been a business owner since the age of 9 when I started making money. Like, wow. I have always been a business owner from the get-go. So it hurts my heart that businesses are going through this right now. Like, it's really, people, it's going to bounce back. I know that it's going to bounce back. I'm not worried about that. All the restaurant industry, the people will be flooding. All the revenue that they lost for these 3 months, they will make up for that in the last 2 quarters of the year. I know they will, because people will crave this human connection. But I think that aside from the business owners, that mothers, they have to do homeschooling. They have to work from home. My sister-in-law, she has 2 girls at home, just like you, and she has to work. And I'm just like, parents right now, mothers and parents.
Sorry. I do. It's not easy because, well, it's a less difficult transition for me because my children are homeschooled and have been homeschooled for 2 years.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that. I didn't know your girls were homeschooled.
Yeah, they're
wow.
homeschooled. So, so it's not like that part's different, but their routine is different. They used to go out every day and they had their education outside and then they come back. So, so it's been different, but the thing that I empathize with mothers or fathers or whomever is now we're trying to work from home, but I'm in the middle of doing something, but my daughter comes in and she wants my attention. And I'm like, oh, like I feel frustrated because I don't want to stop what I'm doing. I don't want to be a bad mother. I'm trying to do everything. It's a difficult time because I don't want to put stress on her.
Right.
Sabrina's with Grant right now in Clearwater, so I only have one here right now. So it's a challenging time,
Wow.
and she's been great because I've talked to her and I'm saying, look, this is how you can help me. I'm actually working during these times, and can you not come in, or that, like right now, I'm like, I just need 30 minutes for this phone call.
Right.
But they're kids, they're going to do what they want. She's going to come in, she's not going to come in. So it's parents also have to be willing to understand that kids are having a difficult time with this too.
Yeah.
And, and you just have to be kind and bite your tongue and not make them feel like you don't want them around,
right?
Insignificant, or that they're a burden or a problem. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that would be the worst, because I can understand that, like, if you could snap at them because you're frustrated, but they feel that they are a burden to you, and you never want to make your kids feel that way.
I know. Yeah. So it's challenging. You see, look, right on cue.
Oh, hi. Oh, by the way, hi, honey. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, that was sweet.
Thank you.
That was sweet. By the way, Elena, there's a girl a very incredible woman. Her name is Shailene Johnson. She was just chimed in down here in the live. She said 2 very intelligent women. I went live with her last week. If you have not interviewed this girl for Women in Power, I'm telling you, you need to. She is incredible. I'm going to send you her Instagram after this. You and her will be best friends, like, immediately. Like,
oh, I would love that.
I need to hook you up with this girl, because what she grew she was in fitness forever, and she was like one of the biggest beach body coaches that there is, like, famous wise. And then she created the online coaching businesses with her husband on how to grow online businesses. And she is a incredible guru. She's huge. Like, I'm telling you, she's huge.
She sounds really familiar. I'm pretty sure I've heard of her or know of her, but I would love to interview her.
I'm gonna do like a 3-way text or a DM with you guys, because oh my God, she's like, oh, I love her. I'm serious. I was interviewed on her podcast like a year ago, so I'm gonna hook you guys up. But okay. I just want to say thank you so much for giving us this time. We really appreciate it. We know how busy your schedule is. And if you ever need me or Teamy for your Women in Power events, you let us know, because we are there. We are Elena Cardone supporters from the beginning to the end.
I love you.
We love you, girl. And what you're doing to help other women out there is so needed. Women need to understand their worth and their power, but not in the you are worthy. Okay, but now how do you are worthy. We're born worthy. Everyone is born the same. But how do you actually take actions on that? And you are showing women how to take control of their own lives. And that is something that you're doing for the planet. And thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, Elena?
Okay. Okay.
Bye.